Okay, the second type of expanding algebraic expressions that we're going to do is one called the square of a binomial. So if we have x plus 3 all squared, you don't need to write this, but what x plus 3 all squared means x plus 3, x plus 3. If we expand this, what I've been terming in class as the long way, you would go x times x, which is x squared, x times 3, which is 3x, 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 3, which is 9. From there, just like in the last video, we highlight our like terms and we then combine our like terms. So we would end up with x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now with the square of a binomial, it's good to be able to recognise that there is in fact a quick way to do these. If what is in the brackets is exactly the same, so in this case, x plus 3 is exactly the same, then it's good to be able to recognise a quick way to get straight to this answer. What we do, if what's in the brackets is exactly the same, there'll always be 3 terms in our answer. The first term here, the first term will be the first term in the brackets squared. So x squared is x squared. The final term here will be the second term in the bracket squared. So positive 3 squared is 9. The middle term here, if we multiply the 2 terms in the brackets, so x times 3 gives us 3x, and we then double that. Double 3x is 6x. So that is the quick way to arrive at the answer for the square of a binomial. I'll do a couple more examples for you. So that's the first example. The second example, again, we'll do it the long way, just to show you, m plus 6 squared. So m plus 6 squared is m plus 6, m plus 6. So to expand this in what I term the long way, we go m times m, which is m squared, m times 6, which is 6m, 6 times m, which is 6m, and 6 times 6, which is 36. Combining our like terms, we've got 6m plus 6m, so when we combine those, our answer is m squared plus 12m plus 36. So let's have a look at the quick way to do this. It's m plus 6, so what's in the brackets is exactly the same. We're going to end up with 3 terms. First term is the square of this, m squared. Last term is the square of this, 36. Middle term, multiply m by 6, which is 6m, double it, which is 12m. We'll try one more. 7x minus 3 all squared. So in other words, 7x minus 3, 7x minus 3. I'm not going to bother to do this one the long way because I can recognise there's a short way because what's in the brackets is exactly the same. So I'm going to end up with 3 terms in my answer. The first term is going to be 7x squared. 7x all squared is 49x squared. The last term is going to be minus 3 squared. Minus 3 squared is positive 9. I then have to multiply 7x by minus 3. That gives me minus 21x. But remember, for the middle term, I have to double it. Double minus 21x is minus 42x. If you can't recognise the quick way, of course, if you expand it, what I call the long way, you will get to arrive at that answer. But by grade 10, it's really good if we can start remembering the quick way. So that there is the square of a binomial. And in your textbook, if you are needing to do some to practice that in your textbook, it's exercise 7.2.